Just put it in. Put it in. There we go.
All right, dude. I should call her.
Scoob, that's the wrong hole.
I'm crying. I'm throwing up in the back seat, bro. Like, oh. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Hear Me Out, episode number 7. Hunter making the return after his absence last week. We kind of missed you, buddy. Good to have you back.
Too.
Just
Good to be
kinda.
home.
You have a good trip at least?
What's up?
You have a good trip at
Yeah, it
least?
was good. It's always good going home, seeing everybody. Sometimes you're there a little bit longer than you need to be.
Getting some of that real seafood though. I bet.
Yeah. Oh God,
That's where it's at.
It was so damn good. That's like the. I like never like. I'm not a foodie. Like I like food, but like that's not my thing. But like I was just like needing
jealous.
seafood. Like for like weeks before this trip.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, Dad, like all I want is just like a week worth of like seafood, and it was good. And then we were down the Cape, and we were like continuing to eat like seafood. It was so good.
I feel like once you like get it in your mind that you're gonna have it, that's when you start to really crave it. Like you don't miss it until you know like that opportunity is gonna be there.
I agree.
Right?
But I'm not usually like, I don't usually crave seafood, but I did like this trip bad. Like,
Really?
I always wonder too, is like I was thinking about this because we're all from the East Coast, and I know like I don't know, you don't love seafood, but I know two of us like love it. But I'm curious if like people who are not from like a coastal city, like say you're born in like Denver or like somewhere where you're landlocked, I wonder if growing up they just like it takes a while to really get into like seafood because it's such a
I don't
it's
think
very
they ever
different
really
like,
know.
textures, like tastes. It's very different.
Gunshots.
Yeah, very much.
You hear
good,
Colfax
man.
from here.
Mhm.
You know what
I
mean?
feel like
it's pretty different. Like it's very different tasting than anything else.
yeah, I think it's
Texture-wise,
kind of
everything.
gross. It's all slimy and like
Here
no,
or like in Maine.
no. Oh, you mean the food here
Yeah.
or Maine? Either.
Like
Like,
just
even-
seafood in general.
I'm
like,
super sensitive.
okay,
I'm
okay.
very sensitive to like the fishy taste. Like a lot of people are like, oh, this fish isn't fishy, and then I eat it. I'm like, you're a fucking liar. Like relatively speaking, some fish are a lot less fishy, and people will say, oh, this isn't fishy, but I'll eat it, and it's still I get that oily taste that I don't like.
Do you find lobster fishy?
No.
Okay.
Most of the time, no.
I could think of a couple things. I feel like you wouldn't be
lot
good
of
with like salmon,
yeah,
sardines,
salmon,
haddock,
sardines, very
like
much.
stuff like that.
Sardines definitely not. Salmon, I had salmon in fucking Bali or wherever
Yeah.
that was. That was really fucking good. I think
Yeah.
it depends how like salmon's prepared, but I feel like sardines,
fair.
like anchovies, probably gross me the fuck out. Like I've had some oily fish that I'm just like this is
Calamari?
not- it's fried usually,
Yeah.
right? Or always.
It could be, yeah. You usually.
I've
fry
only
but
had
that-
it fried,
you've
so
only had
like
fried,
anything
okay.
fried, like I'll eat fried clams, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. You could fry a fucking shoelace, and I'm like, this is delicious.
That's
So,
pretty fair.
yeah,
But I'm
that's a little
curious
different.
about that. Like, I wonder, like, if people who are not like born near like a coastal like city, if it's like it takes a while, maybe they end up loving it. Maybe they try it like when they're younger or like some point in their life. But I'm curious, like, if for a while they're just like, this is just so disgusting. Like, what
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
fuck?
think it's probably like an acquired taste, but it's also a thing of like you got to grow up eating it, right? And they probably don't in like a landlocked state in the middle of the country. Like I feel like
yeah.
it's just an availability thing. Like they're not going to be running around eating fucking clams like we do in New
Yeah, 'cause it's all flown out here. It's different.
God,
yeah.
It's
pretty
that
good at
bad
eating
stigma of like
clams.
people asking if shit's like fresh or if it's been flown in,
Yeah, exactly.
which we never had to do.
It is interesting though. I bet you there's things that people eat out here though that like they're like, oh, people that from New England have never had this. Like I wonder if they would like enjoy it after
That's fair.
eating it enough times or whatever. Like there's probably people that don't like fuck with green chili.
I never had green chili prior to being here, really.
I never even heard.
I didn't
of it
even know what
till
it
I moved
was,
out
really,
here,
yeah.
To be honest with you,
Green chili is fire.
is there an actual green chili like dish? I've only had it on things.
I've
I
only
think-
had it with things too, like part of like
Had it, like, on
burritos
sandwiches,
and
like a
like
burger, yeah.
sandwiches.
I think you
or-
serve it with chips. A lot of people do.
It's like a
bowl of green
salsa.
chili with
It seems like a
chips.
salsa.
Oh,
it's
oh,
a very
There is like there is like a bowl of like salsa,
There's
but
salsa
like
in it. It's like pork shoulder salsa.
Oh, so it has meat in it.
Yes,
Oh.
usually has meat in
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. That was a new one for me too. Do you guys have any foods that are like very specific to areas that you crave occasionally?
Lobster with Maine all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. insanely. It's like a problem.
Oh
But I
no.
consider going to the main shack at least twice a month. I'm like, I should just go there because I need lobster. But I just know I'm not.
I
gonna.
just
Where's the
agree.
main
It's just not
shack?
gonna be the same. It's like right. What would you say?
It's
where-
like right near where you used to live. Do you guys see any sharks out here on the 4th of July?
Any
Sharks?
sharks?
Yeah.
Why would we see sharks on the 4th of July?
Out in the water?
We were in the pool.
Oh. Hmm.
I'd hope not.
Did you hear about any shark attacks?
Not in the pool. No, there were no shark attacks
Maine?
in the pool.
Not here. Cousin was asking me that today. He's like, "You see any sharks while you're on the Cape?" I'm like, oh, no sharks.
I've never seen a shark.
They
in Denver
airdrop
yet.
some around here quite frequently.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll drop 'em
Chatfield
on the
Reservoir.
lakes,
Yeah,
yeah.
they drop them in.
Go,
We'll see them
yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
We can go catch some.
We'll chum it with Luke, and then
Mm-hmm.
once
We're
the
gonna
water-
ride it like
Well,
the worms.
that
in,
won't work
in
because-
Dune.
Dune, just
Yeah.
ride a shark. You have to catch. That's like your way in.
Yeah,
to
you gotta
our
grab the
pack.
fin.
That'd
I
be
can speak
sick.
shark, so that wouldn't work out.
I
for
kept
you guys.
joking with everyone at work about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna catch a shark when I go out. I
To
wish
the
I saw.
Cape.
I
Like,
would
people
love
believing
to
you?
take like 3 of my best buddies and go out deep sea fishing and try and hook a shark.
That'd be
Because
sick.
it takes at least 2 guys if you get
Yeah.
a small one.
They were talking about it at work today. A couple of the guys in Florida.
I would love to
do that.
do that.
They'll go shark hunting or shark fishing.
And the thing is,
Which
which
is
I
really
love,
cool.
is my dad's been bringing it up because he deep sea when we lived in Maine. He'd go deep sea fishing with my uncle. They never got anything big, nothing crazy like bluefish, maybe like that big, whatever. But he wants to go in Florida, and I was like, I'll go out if you
Yeah, that
like
would
get
be
like
sick.
your shit together and get like some stuff because we have a bunch of deep sea rods and stuff like that. So we just need a boat,
Yeah.
which we could probably rent, and I'll do that in a heartbeat.
that
that'd
would
be
be
sick.
sick.
That would be
Deep sea
sick.
fishing is my favorite type of fishing by far.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I've
so
never
cool.
done deep sea.
I've been out
so
for
cool.
blues. I've caught blues, but that's
Mhm.
like the biggest I've gone, honestly.
Yeah.
Stripers,
Mm-hmm.
but not like big shit.
Big shit, yeah.
Just take like a charter from like Florida to the Bahamas and fish all the way down.
That'd be sick.
That's what my
fucking
dad
dope.
did when he was younger. He like had some opportunity with my uncle, and this guy was like, "Yo, I need like help on board with this charter," and he's like, "I'll literally just feed you guys and just help me, and then you can fish all the way from like Florida to the Bahamas." My dad's like, down.
Yeah, I'll
That's
take
fucking
that.
He's like
sick.
super down. My uncle went with him, and they just like I forget what they were doing on board, but they were just like helping him, and they were just like fishing all the way down to the Bahamas. I'm like, that's sick.
That's some
Mhm.
crazy lore.
Yeah,
Your
I'm like,
dad
that's
right
just
there.
such a good trip. Like, think about that.
Did he catch anything?
Yeah, I think they caught a ton of stuff. Like, I think he was like, yeah, they were just catching stuff, eating stuff. And he's like, it
Yeah.
was a feast all the way down.
That's insane.
That's cool.
Well, you guys would catch a shark, fish for a shark.
Huh?
Would I rather catch a
No,
fish
you
or a
would. You
shark?
would want to fish for like you'd want to catch shark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be so fun.
That'd be
'Cause I think some
sick.
of those things take like some people take I think like an hour.
No, it
To
takes,
reel
I
some
think it
fish
takes
in.
hours.
Yeah,
Like
that'd be
multiple
and that'd
hours.
be like, I mean, I've never caught anything crazy while just like doing like pond fishing or whatever, like ram stuff.
Yeah.
But every time I do catch something, pull it out of the water, it's like satisfaction. You
Yeah.
get that satisfaction. Imagine pulling a fucking shark out
Yeah.
the water compared to like a little fucking striped
That
mouth
would be
bass.
very cool.
Dude,
That would be
something-
something else. Like it'd be so cool.
I'm good with hunting. Like I don't really care about hunting. I want to go hunting. Like I'm fine with fishing most things, but like
It wouldn't be a
Something
great
about-
white eye. They'd be like a tiger shark or
something about going for sharks feels weird to me, bro.
like scary or like you just
No,
don't fuck with
like,
it.
I just like I don't know. Something in my head's like just leave them alone.
It also in my
Okay,
head
yeah,
feels
I can-
similar.
I don't
to
know
that,
why.
though. It
Because
feels like
there's
it's
a lot-
outside of like what you'd normally go catch. Like it's not like within.
Yeah,
like,
like you don't need to do that. It's like shooting a monkey. Like you don't really need to do that.
Mhm.
right. Well,
You
it's like
know?
it's. I almost would think about it too, like a dolphin. Like you would never go catch a
Yeah,
dolphin.
or like I mean, God forbid a fucking whale, but like a
Right.
whale. Like you don't need to do that. You
Yeah,
know?
that's
I don't know
fair.
why it's like
You'd
that
feel
because
like a
like
poacher
realistically,
kind of.
what?
Yeah.
You feel like a
I could see
poacher?
that.
almost vibes.
I don't know. I mean, it's some weird moral thing in my head, which is weird because I don't.
I mean,
feel
they'd be
that
catch
about
and
a lot of
release. You wouldn't be
animals.
eating it.
Hmm?
You wouldn't be eating.
Well,
it.
you put them back in.
Yeah,
After you catch a shark, you throw it.
You
I
back.
feel a
don't
little
usually-
bit better about that.
yeah.
Yeah. If you.
Yeah, I'd feel a little better about that. But like, I
You don't even
know.
have to. There's like what are the? I don't know what they're called. There's a bunch. There's like fish like they're bigger than most like those like tiger sharks or
Yeah.
reef sharks or whatever.
Oh, it's their
and there's
groupers.
huge. Yeah,
The
there's huge
groupers.
fish. You wouldn't even have to
Oh,
catch. I wouldn't just go for sharks. If
bring-
I catch some, you catch
Fucking
some.
tuna. See, I don't
Tuna is
feel.
big.
I have no problem with catching a tuna and fucking
Mhm.
slapping that shit on the deck and bringing it in. Like I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
But
tuna,
something about a shark is just like I'm just like just let him chill. You know,
Mm.
it's weird.
grouper or flounder would be big too. But
I want to catch fucking tarpon.
well, mahi
Mm.
mahi, those are cool.
Catch a
Yeah.
swordfish,
Swordfish would be dope,
Tarpon
too.
would be cool. Swordfish.
barracuda.
Tarpon is just
Can't
dope because they
catch-
fucking come out the water, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
Is
have,
there,
like, a
is there
bag.
anything that like people regularly hunt that like bothers you people? That you people.
Dolphins and whales.
Is there anything that people regularly hunt that bothers you guys?
I would say,
Dolphins and whales.
that like dolphins,
What is it?
whales.
Dolphins? Do you think that's not legal though? Is
Well,
it?
poachers do it. Like
Yeah.
people in
I would say like
Asia.
anything that's poached. I would agree with that. Like elephants,
Mm.
Yeah.
rhinos, like anything that like to your point, like just leave it be.
Yeah.
Let it do its thing. Like I don't know. If I was gonna go hunt
Do you
in
wanna
like,
know-
Africa, I'd go hunt like something that's like a normal like like not like don't go hunt a lion or like
Okay.
oh no.
Well,
I'll tell you. Wait, I got
whoa.
something.
Go ahead.
I don't fuck with duck hunters.
Duck hunting?
Yeah.
What bothers you about that?
There's just no point. You just
Why?
don't need to be doing that.
Duck
like,
is apparently delicious.
It is
yeah,
just
well,
delicious.
I don't
Fuck to
like it. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Like I'm fine with
Makes
turkey.
you feel weird. It's like
Yeah, I
me
don't.
with
I'm fine.
sharks.
Yeah, bears, turkey, elk. I don't care.
I'm kind of with you on that.
But
I don't-
ducks, it's just like you don't. Yeah, but you don't need to go out and fucking start shooting ducks like that.
That doesn't bother me.
Really?
There's not a bird other than like there's not a flying bird.
eagle?
American eagle,
Think about shooting a
bald eagle. I mean, I don't
Or
know. Why I
like
said
any
American
eagle. I would never shoot an eagle.
Dude, that's so like
That's just true. I would not shoot an
it's
eagle.
so fabricated though.
It is, but I wouldn't shoot an eagle.
Because if we didn't live here, you wouldn't feel that way.
But
If
I'm
you
talking
didn't
about
grow
all
up in the
eagles.
United States,
But maybe you're right. But like, I don't know.
that's the weird thing about that one.
I have
If you didn't grow up in the U.S., you wouldn't give a shit.
I have kid lore,
And that's
I have a
fine.
connection to eagles.
no,
and
no,
I have
that's
kid-
that's totally
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
I have kid lore on eagles. Like when we used to go up to Nova Scotia, we'd stay with like family friends that had these coolers of like thousands of fish, and they used to have like bald eagles that would perch around their property, and you literally just sit there and just throw fish at them, and they'd come down and hang
That's
out.
pretty
with
That's
you.
sick.
fucking cool.
Like that. I just used to do that as a kid, like for like hours, and they'd be like, "All right, they're full now.
That's fucking
come on
cool.
in."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Let's go feed the eagles."
That's fucking cool.
So that's my
I-
tie.
I feel the same way about eagles. Like you should not shoot an eagle for multiple
I
reasons.
kind of agree with ducks too, to a degree.
It's
I
just,
wouldn't.
I
shoot a
get it.
duck.
They taste good.
I don't care
Chicken
about
tastes
ducks.
good, but I'm not gonna go shoot chickens or anything like that.
Oh, I would
But you
shoot-
eat chicken.
Yeah, I would. Yep,
exactly.
shoot.
Well, I wouldn't
chicken.
want to hunt chicken.
Partridge.
And I
We
would
don't
eat
really
duck,
hunt
like
chicken.
duck confit on the cruise.
What?
I'll eat that on the cruise.
You'll
I'm
eat
fine with
duck.
it.
So
Yeah,
you don't
you'd eat
care about
duck.
the
You'd
you
eat
care about the
I
actual
wouldn't wanna-
act of hunting it.
Yes.
Do you feel better about like ducks are hunted, chickens aren't hunted. Chickens are farmed.
Yeah. Which
Do you
I
feel
don't like.
I would almost think you'd feel better about the duck.
Mm-mm.
No. That's wild.
I don't know.
It's just
It
something with the
depends.
animal.
I also don't know much about it. I just couldn't see like a wood duck getting shot. I don't know what ducks are shot. And
Well,
killed.
they're also like. I feel like ducks are such innocent animals.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
just like carry on their day. Like they don't.
like why
harm-
kill
like
a
they
fucking
really
duck?
just.
They chill.
Yeah.
There's
they
so
do.
many cute videos of just ducks and like
They
they're
really
falling
do.
around. They're just not.
Like they're just innocent. They're just there for. They're just there to hang around, be
I mean,
ducking.
to play devil's advocate, so are chickens.
but chickens,
Nah,
They're
are,
just
chickens
doing
are
their fucking
nah.
thing.
chickens are mean.
Chickens
they'll
are
bite. They'll
mean.
peck at you.
They'll peck
they'll
at
start
you.
stuff.
They'll start stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it was a mean duck, you're fine with shooting it.
No,
No.
there's no mean. There's
What?
no mean ducks.
There are
That's
no mean
crazy.
ducks. There's no
There's
That's
no
a
mean
crazy
ducks.
generalization.
No mean ducks.
I feel like there's got to be a mean duck out there.
I consider a loon a duck.
What is a loon?
Something that
Loon's
you should
like a-
never
I
shoot.
don't think it's a type of duck.
I don't think it is either.
It's
but I consider
not.
it.
Oh, just in the terms of you shouldn't shoot
categories of animals we
one. Can
would
you hunt loons?
I don't. You can't, but people do it. I think.
Oh yeah, people
'Cause they
do-
have, like,
people
you
do a
guys
lot of
could-
things that you
If
can't.
you guys could hunt anything though, what would it be? What would be something cool?
Like
Monkeys.
could in what sense? Like legally or like
yeah, legally, like something that would be like really cool to go hunt. I feel like an elk out here would be sick.
Oh, you're saying okay, hold on. Back it up. You're saying if I could hunt anything that is currently legal to hunt, or
Yes.
if I could hunt anything regardless of its legality.
Legal to hunt.
Okay. Probably a bear.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun to hunt.
Bears
Such
are
a
fucking cool.
Weird side note, and I'll let everyone we'll go back to this, but weird side note is like when we're hunting, you're hunting like the moose or the buck. But if you're like going for a bear, we always like consider them like bear catchers, and they set traps. Like it's trapping. You're not like
You can't
Mm.
shoot one.
it's usually trapped, and then you kill it. I don't know how that goes about, but we
I
don't.
feel like that's Maine specific.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is, and I
Yeah.
have no clue elsewhere how people hunt bear, but we always call it, like trapping, and it's like it's such a different like.
Is
Well,
it
that's-
is it harder to take down a bear though than a moose? I feel like a bear can take.
I don't
more of
know
a
'cause I don't know
shot.
what the process of.
I think you hit a moose in the right spot.
A moose,
you
you're
can-
with
you
two
can get
people,
it.
and you can get. It's like,
Yeah.
but you have to track it right. But and I'll give you a lot more details in a couple months of what it really goes into it. But like, I don't know the bear. I just
Yeah.
know it's like, It's like they do. We always call them like the bear catchers. It's like a. I don't know.
Are you gonna bring us back some fucking moose meat?
Dude, I
from your
hope
hunt?
that would be.
I
I
would
hope
kill
it
it.
all goes well because that hunt I'm so excited for.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So what, you got your tags in October? Is that what it is?
Yeah, tags. Well, my uncle was trying to get the tags for September, which I think would be better timing. But I don't know if he couldn't trade
Mm.
or if he was trying to get me involved. I don't know what it was, but if it's in October, I'm good to go. And they were telling me it's like 95% we're good in October. So
Have you been on a hunt where they've caught a moose?
I've never done a moose hunt
Oh,
in
really?
my life. I've been at
Okay.
the camp when they've had buck, I've had partridge, we've seen bear, we've seen everything, but I've never done a moose hunt, so I'm pretty like
That'd be fucking cool.
I'm pretty fired up.
Yeah. Have you ever had moose meat?
Yes, we do. We'll do like it's pretty good.
Is it?
honestly, yeah. The moose is pretty good. Everything. And then I might praise or like my hope is that we get it within the first couple of days and we get it to at least hunt a good amount, and then the rest of it we can go bird hunt and just get a ton of partridge and like
Yeah.
load up on partridge nuggets.
That'd be sick.
But back to you guys. What would you hunt?
Yeah, I think I see. I don't know. I have that weird feeling in my stomach with shooting a bear a little bit too. But I also think it'd be like
Pretty cool.
the pinnacle.
That'd be cool.
Honestly, because everything else you shoot is like, I feel like in a lot of ways similar. Like in my head, like a deer is similar to an elk in a lot of ways, and that's that's very similar to like a fucking antelope in a lot of ways. Like
But a bear is just different.
it's just a different animal, bro.
Yeah.
Until you get into birds, and that that's significantly different too. But like, yeah, it's just a whole different fucking beast, and they're just majestic.
Bears are cool.
It'd be a badass pelt.
Yeah.
Bears are cool.
That would be a fucking badass pelt.
I'd probably do a bear too.
A bear.
Yeah.
What kind of bear?
Brown bear.
Really?
The bigger one. Yeah.
Not a grizzly?
No, I don't know. That'd be too scary, I think. I mean, they're pretty both fucking gonna kill you either way, but
yeah.
I don't know.
But
Brown
say-
bear's like
say
the
you
middle
get out
ground, I
of it
feel
and you're
like.
fine. Say
Yeah.
you get out of it and it charges you and you just get it right in front of you.
Grizzly bear would be pretty sick.
Grizzly would
If you
be
said I killed a
sick.
fucking grizzly bear.
I think I'd stick with like a black bear.
Those ones are small though.
I think grizzlies are the same as sharks. They take
Oh
up,
my
dude.
god.
They get a lot of
Wait,
shit.
you said grizzlies?
I think grizzlies are in the same like thing as sharks for me.
Oh, I don't think so.
See, but you're categorizing that like grizzly bear and sharks. I feel like you're thinking more of like a great white. I would never go for a great white or like a whale shark or something. But like a
Wait,
tiger
that's
shark or maybe a hammerhead.
You're saying fishing wise?
Well, because he said grizzly bear.
All I'm
It
saying
makes him feel
is-
similar to sharks, but they're like bears. There's multiple types of sharks.
All I'm
Hey,
saying
But
is,
only grizzly bear is the one that would be like he wouldn't mind black bear, brown bear.
all I'm saying is, I think grizzly bears get a lot of shit. I think we should just leave them the fuck alone. Grizzly bears have been wiped out of like a number of locations because people just like they have a
Overhunt
bad
'em?
connotation to them.
I don't think grizzlies are new. Like, I don't think that they're bad because I love bears. Like, I feel like I always like advocate. I love bears. Like, I would be a bear if I could be an animal or have
Yeah.
a pet. But grizzlies are notoriously pretty aggressive and territorial. But
They're animals.
But I agree with you.
If
Like,
you run into a grizzly bear and it fucks you
Yes.
up, you're probably in a
And-
place that you don't belong. Like
and-
that's the grizzly bear's territory.
and
Sorry,
a lot of the
but
time too, people
the
who
risk
get
you
like
run.
hurt from them are doing something pretty idiotic.
Yeah, like try and
I'm
talk to
sure.
him or be like,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's usually some dumb shit.
I mean, it's fucked up. Like, humans should have the right to go explore like the woods, and like I love nature and I love the mountains and all that shit. But like at the same time, you need to accept the risks that come with that and not blame the grizzly bear for responding like a predatory animal.
Yeah, I
like,
would
that
agree.
is just it's what it is.
Yeah.
The same thing with sharks. I think it's a little less so with sharks now. Like people, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking like protect the sharks, fuckers. But like, I don't think it's that deep. But
No.
it's like for a long time, people were like, they're just like these like cruel beasts. But I don't think that's true.
Get a
like,
bad
No,
rap.
they don't.
They're
Bad
animals.
rap.
Like they're just doing
my
what
license
they.
plate says "Save the Seas,"
Fuck yeah,
and it
dude.
has a shark on it.
Yeah, like sharks
And
are gonna
sharks
do what
don't
sharks
just
Sharks are
like-
dope.
Sharks don't
are
look at you and be
sick.
like,
Right,
they either think
Yeah.
you're a seal
Yes.
or you're swimming way too close to them and like trying to observe them like divers.
And you like
Yeah.
kick them or something.
you don't. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. It's usually like the shark's not like trying to be aggressive to any degree.
yeah.
That's similar to like grizzlies, like you were saying. Like it's usually someone doing something stupid.
It's probably less so with grizzlies. I feel like they're a
I-
little more aggressive. To be
That's
fair.
what that was my point. Like I think
I
I
think,
think
you have
grizzlies
better
are a
chin.
little bit. If you were to put like you in the water with a shark and you're kicking around doing some dumb shit, and you put you in an area with a grizzly doing some dumb shit, the
Yeah.
shark's probably 9 out of 10 times are gonna be like "fuck
Mm.
you" and leave,
Yeah,
and 9 out of 10 times the grizzly's gonna be like "fuck you" and get out and like make some shit happen.
yeah. That's fair.
But both are like to your respect. Like I think both are like treat them the same. It's their territory.
Yeah.
Respect it. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ego with humans and being like just thinking that everything belongs to us. And anything that
Oh yeah, for real.
tries to remove us from like anything that tries to defend its own territory is like wrong.
Mm,
I don't think that's true at all.
no.
But to be fair, we do that to other humans too.
That's
so-
also true.
which is
Yeah.
equally as fucked up.
Yeah.
But
I think people just are very like naive and don't pay attention to shit, and then that's when things go wrong.
yeah,
And like people just go in, like you said, thinking they know what they're doing. It's similar to, like I always tell my mom's like, be careful hiking. I'm like, well, if you pay attention to what you're doing, you don't go in super naive and like think you have it all figured out, then you'll probably be all right.
yeah.
Animals have a lot more random factors to them than
Yeah. We talk
You know
about
what
it
underrated
enough, though.
movie
that.
is?
Might be true.
Bridge to Terabithia.
You love that movie.
Nah.
Fucking you fucking
Mid.
bastard.
Free the
Don't
pea,
you-
Pete. Free the
Don't
pea.
you dare say that again to me.
Free the pea.
Free the
Free the pea.
Free the pea.
Is that from Bridges to Terabithia?
Free the pea.
Yeah, see?
Trees to Terabithia. Trees bear very good.
Where did you get trees to tear?
There are trees in that movie.
Yeah, well.
There's a couple trees. It takes place in a
I
forest.
bet you fucking 70% of movies have trees in them.
No, that's a stretch.
You went from bridge to
Gladiator
trees.
does not have any trees in
You
it.
just named one movie.
Want me to name
How
another
many
one?
movies there?
Dune.
Cars.
I bet you there's trees.
Cars
in Dune.
has trees.
I bet you can
Does
find
it?
a tree in Dune.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
There's
Sal,
no trees in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes,
if there
in
are,
the
they're candy
factory.
trees. Candy trees.
That still
got so
counts.
lucky.
I bet you the scene when he's outside in the streets in the
Yes.
beginning, there's a
Yeah.
fucking tree.
Oh, but they don't. There are trees, but
Nope.
there's no leaves.
Nope,
So
because
is
it
that-
takes place in a city.
It's still a tree.
That city.
There's still
no,
trees.
it's.
We're in a city. I
Yeah,
see a
there's
fucking
so
tree
many
right
trees.
there.
I don't see any trees. Do you guys see a tree?
You're
I see a
blind as
tree.
shit, buddy.
Let me think of another one.
You might be able to see a
Think
tree.
of
in there.
another one. Holes.
There's definitely trees.
Oh.
There's definitely a tree.
Nah, there's
Oh, I
none.
don't think so.
Is a, is a bush a
Don't think
tree? Is
so.
a bush a
Nah,
tree? Because they
no,
go hike that
no,
mountain. There's
no,
bushes.
No,
No,
there's
no.
What
There's
about in
no.
the beginning when they're in the city? He throws his shoes
Nah.
over the bridge. There's definitely
Rango?
a tree.
Rango? Django?
100% a tree in Django.
Django.
Second of all, Rango.
Rango.
The lizard
lizard,
movie?
yeah.
There's definitely trees in that.
Hear me out.
Someone
I,
fact check all this.
I stand by my statistic. It might even be more than 70%.
What about? What did you look up?
Lorax.
Yeah. No. No.
Those are not trees.
Nah,
Those are
Lorax.
not trees, and don't tell me they are.
Lorax.
my name is. I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees.
Yes.
I think name one movie. Try to name one
I've just
movie that.
named.
Lorax.
Holes.
Holes
Rango.
doesn't have trees.
Django.
I bet you there's a tree.
Django and Shade.
Django there
It's
is.
100% in Django.
Yeah, Django there is because there's a ton of different. Yeah.
I
The whole- I could
and
die-
Holes.
Holes probably
Rango,
doesn't
there
have
100% is a tree in Rango. I've never seen Rango.
Yeah.
Is that the
Rango might
cartoon
not-
with the fucking
yeah.
lizard?
Yeah.
Have you even seen it?
Rango doesn't
No.
have trees. I've seen Rango. It doesn't have trees. It's
You're
all
full
desert.
of shit.
Holes. I'm just trying to think of desert movies.
Holes definitely has a tree in it.
There's no. They start in the city and then go out to the desert. There's nothing there.
Bro, there are trees in
There's
the city.
nothing.
There's
There's
no,
not.
in
This-
that city. There's none.
The city scene is like a
That's
second long.
cap.
The
think
city
there's
scene is
none.
on a bridge, and it's a second long. He throws trees on a wire, and then he's in an off like
trees.
a police
He
officer.
throws trees and shoes.
After this
like-
episode,
No trees.
after this episode, that's crazy. After
Because he
this,
throws trees on the
Shoes.
wire.
isn't there a scene of them in like someone's backyard?
No, there's no
Yeah, with a
backyard.
pool.
Not holes.
Oh fuck!
There is, isn't there?
When?
When they go back in time to like before it was dried up in the desert, it was like all like forest.
Oh shit! Find me one movie without a fucking tree in it. Find me one.
I'm all right now.
Find me
I'm
one.
on
Maybe
this.
Star Wars.
Tatooine,
No, because I think all.
It's got to be.
trees.
Yeah, but is
The
there,
Wizard of Oz.
There's a tree.
They go
That
through the
doesn't make sense.
forest.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make
what
sense.
the
I don't
fuck,
know.
dude?
This is Google.
They go
Google's
through-
wrong as shit.
Yeah, Google's.
There's a movie called
hella
Cube.
fucked up.
Told what?
Cube. I
Have you
believe
seen it?
What about Tron?
I believe it.
Super
Oh,
Cyber-
Tron
now we're
doesn't have
getting-
any trees. Tron doesn't have
Oh,
any
wait,
trees.
Space movies. It's all the space movies. you
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere. That's
Yeah,
that's the
Star
start.
Trek does. No.
Space. You got like what's the one with you right? What the hell was that? You're like a Susie when she used to like run.
What the fuck?
I don't
I
know.
can't
My
wait to edit
dog.
this.
No, all passengers with
Luke was chewing ice for like 5 minutes in the
No,
last
he wasn't.
episode, bro. I
you
had
could
to-
hear it.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Okay,
It
all
wasn't
right,
that
all
bad.
right.
It's
On
easy
the
to cut
note
out.
of we went from trees to now we're on movies. Let's go to movies. I would love to hear from the two of you. If you
Oh.
only had one genre to watch for the rest of your life, and that was the only one you had,
Shit.
what would
Damn,
it be?
that's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's
Fuck.
it. That's all you can watch when you don't have TV. It's just movies in this genre.
Fantasy.
Really? Damn, I'm shocked.
No, it's actually pretty fire answer. Low key.
It was
Because
between
everything
fantasy
else
and
gets
horror.
pretty monotonous, but fantasy can literally be like anything.
Anything.
Yeah,
go
that's
on
true.
Like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
Bro, I might say the same shit. Like,
Copy and paste much?
Like, would you consider Dune fantasy?
I think it's sci-fi.
See, that's the thing. That's a
Yeah.
weird. There's a weird border there.
I
that-
wouldn't
Maybe
say
it
it
is
is.
fantasy.
I
I
don't
don't know.
think
It's all pretty
so.
close.
What defines a fantasy movie?
I feel like sci-fi is like fantasy in space. So maybe that's
well,
the
well,
then I don't know.
not always.
Oh, all right.
I don't
Because
know.
I feel like Tenet or Inception are sci-fi,
That's true.
and they are
Not fantasy.
not in space.
That's also
You said
true.
they aren't fantasies.
Yeah,
Man,
so-
what makes a fantasy movie a fantasy movie? Dragons.
All right, fantasy.
Fuck, I think
Your
we're
answer.
not- I
Need
think-
dragons.
What's your answer?
Yeah.
That's why these
Oh,
questions.
Oh my god,
These
bro.
questions are important because I'm trying to decide my answer.
Just put it in. Put it
Dragons
in.
are
All right,
fantasy.
dude. I should call her.
Dragon. Dragons are fantasy.
We don't know that yet.
Sex.
That's the
Sex is a
definition.
fantasy.
Sex isn't real.
It's not real.
People don't have sex in real life.
No. What
I
is
don't believe
what? So
Yeah.
what is sex?
You guys are getting laid.
I haven't even
What
been
does
kissed.
laid
I don't even
mean?
believe it.
What would your answer be?
Dude, my first reaction before thinking twice was horror because we all love it.
I was
so
thinking
much.
horror popped in
Dude,
my
that
mind
would get
first.
old.
It would. You are right. Like so
Would
when
it though? Horror is subjective.
like it is. It
I've
goes both
seen so
ways.
many different
But I
types
like.
of horror
I
movies.
love it
Because
when we
horror
were-
includes like psychological horror, slasher.
That's why I was
Just
shocked that
like-
wasn't your answer. I was like,
No,
damn.
because I mean, fantasy can be horror too in my mind. There's some fantasy movies that have horror aspects.
All right, well,
so
now
I'd
we're
get my
just like
fix.
commingling all of it together. We need. Like,
I'm just cheating the system. Fantasy would be the best one because it has everything,
I mean, you're probably right. To be honest, fantasy probably gives you the most variability from
Yeah.
end to
which is what
end.
I was taking out of it.
Well, that's why I was trying to narrow in a definition of fantasy because it's like it's very broad.
All right,
Whoa.
Oh no way!
glass just break
No, I
on
think
us.
it was just ice popping. Okay, so what's your answer? What if you can't pick fantasy?
Horror.
Probably horror.
What if it has to be a sub?
Sci-fi would be great too,
subgenre
though.
of
I like.
fantasy?
I've really like
Sci-fi is
enjoyed
really fucking
sci-fi.
good. My favorite movies of all time have been sci-fi. but there's also some really, really shit sci-fi movies.
Yeah, it really
know?
swings one of which ways.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi. Probably like rom-com. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
Just
thing.
all
Yeah,
rom-com.
honestly, just like romance films.
Or
Some
like
of those. See, you know what?
Second episode.
That would be a top 5 for me.
what?
Because I love those movies.
This
We
came
talked
up
about it.
last episode, bro.
I fucking, I've
Did
always
you know
remembered.
this?
What?
He knows I'm a slut for that
About
shit.
his love for romance movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew
I've
that.
always been
He's
like
a big
that.
sappy boy.
We should watch one tonight.
rom-com.
Yeah.
No, I don't even care for
What is
rom.
going
I don't
on?
even like rom-coms that much.
I don't
Like,
mind
it's like
some.
romance,
No, I
like
want-
strictly
yeah.
I
romance
like,
movies.
like
No,
ones that are really good. Like, to be honest, this is gonna be pretty.
Notebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there are movies like that I can actually tolerate. Like stories that go from end to end, and there's like,
Dude, if it's a good movie, it's a good fucking
Yeah,
movie.
I agree.
Honestly, like, fuck all that bullshit. If it's good, it's good. Whatever. It could be about fucking clowns slapping each other with
I
sausages.
agree
I
with
don't
that.
care.
No,
Like,
I
if
agree
it's
with that
good, it's
take.
good.
If it's a good movie and there's like some, and I feel a certain way about it, I'm with you.
Yeah, fuck it.
Agreed.
I agree.
Fuck
Do you
everyone
agree?
else, bro.
I
Fuck what
agree.
everyone else thinks, all right?
Yo, fuck that
if
noise.
I want to watch
huh?
The Notebook and cry and eat some ice cream, I'm going to do it.
I've done
Dude,
it.
should we just do it tonight?
Yeah, no, dude, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've done it multiple
That's-
times. I'll do
yeah.
it right now.
Yo, for sure.
That's ridiculous.
I bring that
All
up
the
to like
time?
when I'm talking to a girl. I'd be like,
Okay.
by the way, I watch.
How does that go for you usually?
Works.
It does work.
It either works or they're like, oh,
I'm going home.
What'd
Hey, so where's the front
but it
door
works out a
again?
lot usually.
you say?
I said, hey, so where's the front door again? I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, this is my
Girls
this is
usually
my
fuck with
cue.
it. It's when I start telling girls I still watch Scooby Doo. That's when it starts kind of.
Really? That's what gets them going.
That's
for me.
expert level. If
Nah,
you can,
girl.
if that works, you're on an expert mode, and you're.
If it
winning.
works, that girl's a keeper. If it doesn't work, fuck that bitch.
Like what
where do you
le-
slip that in?
right after
I'd
he
be
go-
like, she's like,
right
yeah, what
after
do
he
you?
goes, ruh-roh.
I'm like,
I knew something that was such a tee up. I'm like, someone's got to say
roll
something.
raggy, rut to Rory.
Oh, wrong rut hole. Wrong
Roll
hole.
raggy, I just brushed my rut.
Okay. I'm cutting all this out, but
Why?
Have you
Whoa,
seen
Scoob, that's the wrong hole.
have you seen that fucking clip from I think it's like Wheel of Fortune or something? And the host, the answer is Scooby Doo, whatever the fucking game is. And the host goes up and he goes, I only have one thing to say to you. And it's like the guy that answered, and he goes, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh,
Fucking,
no.
I've seen that. I gotta pull
Oh,
it out. That
no.
shit's funny as shit. All right, reel it back in. Where the fuck were we? What were we
Talking
talking
about-
about?
My scenario when I bring in like Scooby Doo to a girl, how I bring it up to her
Yeah.
would be
Run me through this.
first we get high or drunk,
Okay.
high or drunk, and I'm like, she's like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, well, we both know we're not gonna be watching much, but
Wow.
but
Bro.
the Scooby Doo movies are so good, and I'll usually just start hyping up like, do you remember like watching this when we were kids? Like this, that shit was crazy. Like these movies are sick.
Has this actually ever happened? This has happened. Okay.
I bring it up,
Okay.
and it works.
Yeah.
They love it.
And you watch Scooby Doo.
We'll watch the not what's new Scooby Doo, the original.
What's the
Either that or the
original?
movies
the
like Season of the
cartoons?
Is
Witch.
that the
Or the real action.
live action?
No, not
one?
the live action.
Why?
I've never
Oh,
watched.
Dude, the
No.
live action one's
No,
fucking
Yes.
live
good.
actions are
They
great.
slap.
Live actions are great, but I do the OG Scooby Doo or I do the like Season of the Witch, Zombie Island.
I don't think
Uh,
I've seen any of these, Luke.
Yes, you
I
have.
don't think
You
I've
have.
heard
I
of any of
promise you
these,
have.
bro.
What's the one where they're on the pier?
Oh, the video game one,
Yeah.
Cyber Chase.
Yeah, that's
That one's good too. That's a good fucking movie. I haven't seen that in a
Yeah.
while.
You're
See, I
blowing
know
my
shit.
fucking
I'm-
mind,
I'm
bro.
on
Cyber,
it.
you have seen. I swear, this is like the type of thing that if you like sat down,
It's like
and
a-
when I put it on for a second, you'd be like, it'd be like flushing right
yeah,
back. in your
yeah,
brain.
yeah. That's fair.
What
That's
was the
fair.
one you put on where they were on like the moon playing the game?
That was Cyber,
Cyber Chase.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, he knows.
I don't know any of this shit. That's crazy.
Dragon Tales is a good one too.
That's OG, but not for
Alright.
what you're talking about.
No, I wouldn't put Dragon
Go back.
Tales on.
Go
for a
back to
girl.
when you're 8 years old.
'Kay.
You come home from school. It's is that you going back to when you're 8 years old? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
He's
do
like,
you
wait,
fuck- that's what
he's
he
like,
fucking
reverse,
did.
reverse,
It's like,
Let me
hold
just
on.
get back
He's
there.
like, oh, too far.
Yeah.
I'm 5. Hold on.
Readjust.
All right, go back to when you're 8 years old.
Okay.
Come home from school. It's 3:30 p.m. Right? Nice sunny spring day.
3:30
Nah,
p.m.
take it back. Take it back. Fuck that.
Saturday
Get home
morning.
from school. Nah, fuck.
Cartoons.
Yeah, fair. All right, Saturday morning. Fuck it, whatever. Regardless, you're 8 years old.
Yeah.
You sit down in front of the TV. What show do you want to come on?
Fuck. 8 years old. Damn. That's gonna get a lot of traction.
What's gonna? That's crazy. I gotta edit that.
No, you don't.
You leave that shit in now.
I would say 8 years old. Saturday morning afternoon. Saturday morning afternoon.
Saturday
morning.
afternoon morning. Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Bring
Saturday.
it back. Bring it back.
8 years old.
Bring it back. Oh, I burned the disc. It's burnt.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna change it around a little bit.
What?
It's
are
a
you changing
Monday.
around?
It's a Monday morning.
Why does it matter?
I'm up before school.
Oh, okay.
30 minutes to
Okay,
an
okay,
hour
okay,
before
okay.
school.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Cartoon Network, Wacky Racers.
Wild.
My parents would put that on every morning before school, and that was my favorite time of my day. It would just be Wacky Racers, and it was just. Have you ever seen that at all? It was on Cartoon
I've
Network.
never heard of that.
I've
It's
heard it.
such a good show.
It's good.
What was it
So
about?
fucking
Cartoon
good.
Network.
It's just racing. It's not like race. It's like just a bunch of whimsical, weird characters. Like,
But they all have their own different cars.
Yeah, and they have their own different things, and it's a
Okay.
different race. I don't know what the whole plot of it is, but it's just so entertaining.
Literally,
as a
it's just
kid.
like racing, but they all have different, like all the
And then
cars
there
have
was
different
there was
features.
the evil
and, like,
guy that would like mess around with stuff.
Yes.
It was like he was good,
Huh. Okay.
dude. It's so
Wacky
good.
Racer. What was it? Wacky Racers.
Wacky Racers.
All right.
But also, another thing is like, remember the Cartoon Network where like it had like you wind up and there'd be like little like plastic toys walking around like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo, welcome back to
Mhm.
Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Doo-doo-doo-doo."
yes.
That, and then Wacky Racers would come on. I'd be like,
That
"Oh
was
my
just
God."
like the
This is
little
perfect.
Cartoon
Intro.
Network like intro
And they would-
though, right?
Yeah, they would like walk around like in little like
Yeah.
and like the Jetsons would be on and the
Yeah.
Flintstones
Yeah,
and
I
stuff like
remember
that.
that. Yeah, I
Wacky
remember
Racers within there.
I remember that.
Tom
I've
and Jerry,
never
I
heard
think
of
is on
Wacky
point.
Racers. I'm
It
gonna
was
have to check
good. We
that
might
out.
need to. We should just do a cartoon sun.
I'm
like,
fucking down. Didn't we
Sunday.
do that
Yeah.
one day?
should
That'd be
just do
sick.
it and just do
Maybe we did it
cartoons.
in college.
It's
I
all
think
we need to
did it.
just play all of our favorite cartoons throughout the day. Well, like put a lineup of like.
What's your
what-
answer? What's your answer to the question?
Dude,
Then?
I feel like you. For me, it was like.
Did you watch Wacky Racers too?
Yeah, but that's not mine. Would just be like Saturdays. I just loved Ben 10 so
I
much.
knew I coulda called
that.
loved
That's fair.
like Ben
I
10
coulda
and
called
Teen
that.
Titans. Like any like superhero like. Those were probably my two, but Ben 10, I like wanted to be Ben 10. I was like, if I could just,
Yeah, he had
He
all the
did.
toys. He would
I
like come in
loved
and
it.
role play as Ben 10
I'd be like,
in daycare.
I was like,
He'd be
I'm
like-
Ben. And I'd be like,
Yeah, he'd
pumped.
come in and did you have the fucking thing like the actual
Oh, I had
Ben
the
10
watch.
The
click?
watch.
Oh, I
I
had the
remember them
watch.
selling that.
He
the
was a-
toy watch.
he
I
would-
had the watch, and I was like, someday it's gonna work.
Yeah. Just
Someday.
one day.
Nah,
Mhm.
Ben 10 or Teen Titans. I like the Fosters was good.
Yeah.
All of that like
Foster's Home.
Blues
Imaginary
Home for
Friends.
Imaginary
that
Friends.
Whole, yeah,
Or
that
was
whole
it?
like
Yeah,
era.
Blues.
See, I feel like I agree with you on that, but that might have been when we were older.
I don't think so. I think
I think
Ben 10
Foster's was
was-
like when we were 10.
Ben 10 was right around like 8 to 10 too. I think it was all like right in that area, like Teen Titans, Ben
I don't
10,
know.
Fosters.
Well, then I think I was more focused on the reruns because Wacky Racers
Reruns were great though too.
Wacky Racers came out in like the fucking
yeah
2000.
Yeah.
and same with I would watch the Jetsons and
same
the
with all the
Flintstones, which was
Scooby-Doos
also
that were
2000.
older too.
Yeah,
But yeah, don't
I think
know.
the difference is because you'd watch it in the afternoon.
well, no,
I'd
I'd
watch it in the
Saturday
morning. I think they
mornings.
went from
I watched
Saturday mornings. They played that in the
weekdays,
mornings.
They would do. That's why weekdays they would do reruns. But on
Okay.
the weekends they do like or like nighttime they would do the new episodes.
Do you know what I would always
Dude, I didn't
watch?
fucking know any of this.
Oh,
bro.
we-
I was
we were
We
just-
had a
on it.
I
little.
wasn't even conscious at that point.
I'd get those
You're like,
kid.
Still like grinding into life.
Yeah, bro. It
like
was just like
spawning
it was
in.
just like everything was a slideshow for the first like 12 years of my life anyway.
It's pretty
Yeah.
fair. It really that's a good way to put it. It's just like
It's just a PowerPoint.
force-fed
That's all
and
you
you're just
get.
like-
You get the fucking PowerPoint document from like years 1 through 13.
yeah, you
Mhm.
just get like
That's it.
spark noted
Yeah.
life.
I
Some
remember-
things you remember and some things you just fucking don't.
Yeah,
for whatever
it's,
reason.
it's just life is spark noted.
yeah.
You have no choice. You're just in
Yeah.
the passenger seat, just like parents like here, turn this on and just watch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It
Like,
must be
okay.
whack for your parents because it's like like my parents would be like, "Do you remember that?" Like it's 50-50 whether I fucking remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if I was 6 years old, they're like, "Yeah, we went to Niagara Falls. You remember?" I'm
I
like,
don't remember
"Nah,
stuff like that.
Not at all.
And you're just the one who's causing all the man like ah.
Yeah, it probably sucked for them, bro.
Hitting your head off the wall.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the one like causing all. They're like
They must
"Hey,
be going through that though, knowing that. They're probably like, there's
They're
a
like,
50%
never-
chance he
they're-
remembers any of this shit.
And then it's like their one trip a year, and you're ruining.
Yeah.
And they're
I'm
like,
crying.
"Do you remember?"
I'm throwing up in the back seat, bro. Like,
I did that a lot because we took trips to Disney World, and I remember
you get car
80%
sick?
of it was ruckus.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah,
"Do you
dude.
remember when you ruined our trip?" You're like, "No." They're like,
No,
"God
I don't remember
damn it.
shit. They're
We're
like,
gonna
we
ruin
fucking
yours."
remember. Exactly. That's the weird thing. Like,
Oh man,
I wonder, like, when that switch really
consciousness.
flips.
of, like,
Yeah,
being,
bro.
like,
10 for me.
Because it's
probably
not.
same around then. Probably 10.
10 or 11. I was like, oh,
Once you're
wait
like,
a minute.
once-
What the fuck?
I feel like once you're in like 4th or 5th grade for me is like when I was like,
Really? I remember when I was 10, I was riding my dirt bike.
Yeah.
And yes, I was riding a dirt bike. Well, I was telling my dad about this. I learned how to ride a dirt bike before I learned how to ride a bicycle.
That's
Which
fucked.
I was
That
like,
is
that's kind of
wild.
That's
sick
fucking
though.
cool though.
That's cool. But I remember I was riding my dirt bike and I hit a bump and I fell off and I got back up and I was like, and that was my first time of consciousness. I was like just freaking out, like seized down in the middle of the fucking street.
he's like, he spawned in. He spawned in.
I was like, it's all making sense.
he's like, he's here. He's here. Ellen, get the cameras. He's alive.
That's what happened. Exactly.
Imagine that. You're like, your kids, he's here.
He's seeing. He's awake.
He's back. He's alive.
It's alive.
Lucas, I'm dead. It's dead.
You got knocked into consciousness.
I did, and it was so fun.
That's insane.
Dude, that is wild.
That's funny as shit.
Imagine.
No, true story.
Waking up, just going, ah!
No, I fell over. My dad looks at me. I like get up
Dude,
super
it's like
slow.
that. It's like that. It's like that scene in the Lord of the Rings when they're making the crazy ass orcs out of the trees. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The dude breaks
I'm
out
trying
of
to
the
find
fucking
it.
like goo and he just goes.
Yes.
That was you.
Yeah, that was
Just
literally
except
was.
you
It
were
was
You're like,
insane.
it's like you click on, you're like, oh my
I was,
god,
like, aware of
what
everything.
The fuck's good? You're like, I'm here.
You're like seizing up.
You ever seen? It's like you ever seen Rick and Morty when he shows them true level?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
He's like,
It's all off. It's all wrong, Rick.
everything's crooked. Yes.
All right. Anyway,
Mm.
after
Well.
that excursion,
Well,
after that journey we just went on.
I'm gonna take a piss.
All right.
mid podcast.
Little break. Okay, number one. Both of you, rather, neither of you said the right answer to the previous question, which was, what would you want to come on the TV when you're 8 years old? And the correct
told you,
answer,
wacky racers.
No. Neither of you had the correct answer.
What
He's
is
gonna
the
say
correct
Curious
answer?
George.
I need it.
Tom and Jerry.
That's a great answer.
That's a solid answer,
It's a
but no,
great
not even
answer.
close.
That's the answer.
It's a great answer.
Regardless,
Now that's a winning answer.
if you could go back
That's an
any-
A tier,
No,
but
listen,
not S tier.
Shut the fuck up.
See,
nah, that's good.
If you could go back to any age right now, what age would you go to? Let me rephrase. Let me change the question.
That's not now.
If you could go
this is
back,
gonna make me sad. I don't like this stuff.
if you could go back to any age for one day,
yeah, one day.
just a day, what
That's a
age
good
would you
answer.
Summer
go
of
to?
2016, and I don't know what day, but it
Wow.
would be one of those fucking days. God damn it!
I think.
Oh, that was
Dude,
fucking
what was the
crazy.
deal with summer 2016?
I don't
Everyone
know,
loves
but dude,
that
I
shit.
was. It was
There's
fun.
just Drake's album.
No, it wasn't. I don't
Yeah,
fucking
it was.
listen to that, shit.
Yeah, but that was what started it. There was Drake put out an album that was like Summer 16 or it was like around that.
Do you want to know
And
what it was for
everyone-
me?
It became like the Summer 16 like was the
I think it was for me. I started driving. I was more accepted by like doing like having no curfew for my parents. Started drinking. Started fucking.
I mean
That's it.
fair. Yeah.
That's
it was-
like where it all. That's where like the. I think that's 2016
it's a coming of age
summer
story.
was like the transition from like, all right, I'm now gonna live a little bit more. No more rides from fucking to fucking Happy Wheels and skating around all night. Skate there.
You unlocked a lot more skills.
I was just like out. We were doing some ruckus stuff, and it was like those moments where you're like, damn,
Yeah.
like we are. This is like the high school
That's
stuff
fair.
for me.
I feel like that didn't really hit for me until like senior year.
Really?
Or the
See,
summer-
senior year
summer
died out. I
before
got bored of
senior
it
year.
by senior year.
Nah, I didn't. I got bored of it by sophomore year in college, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't feel that way in summer 16.
Senior year, we didn't go. I think 2016, I think we did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 16
that
to
was, like, a
18,
lot.
dude, summer of 18 was the same deal. It was when
We still didn't give-
graduated to college. We were fucking at
Yeah,
parties
I
every
didn't do
night.
much in 18.
No,
A
but
lot, but
that summer was for me was just like I don't know. There's a lot going on, but that's a good answer though. I mean, 16 was great.
What would be your answer?
I don't know. Those are I love that answer because I would also love to be that age. But like, I
Like
feel
going
like I
up in
get
the
a lot. I
trestle?
feel like I get a lot of that now here. I feel like I'm still a kid to some extent, but if I could go back for one day to feel like a little kid, like I'm like maybe like 10, and the feeling of like the last day of school, like when you're in like your classroom and everyone's leaving for summer, and you're like, and I remember
That's a good
my
ass
uncle
feeling.
was at my house.
You
and I'm
signing everyone's yearbook?
yeah, but not even like earlier than that. Like I would go back to like 10 before it's even like yearbooks. Like you're like in your classroom and like I remember my uncle was at my house and it was like that was the day of summer. I was gonna go hang out with him. We were gonna go fishing and it was like if I could go back to that moment, it was like a feeling of like this is the beginning of summer as like a kid, like in Maine, like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
That
good
was like
stuff.
goated feeling.
Yeah.
My parents always gave me a cookie cake at the end of school year.
Really?
My last day of school, I'd always come home and there'd be a cookie cake. 'cause
That's
I
fire.
fucking love cookie cakes.
It's
And
awesome.
my mom would know, and she'd always have a cookie
That's
cake. I'm like,
dope.
where is it? And we always did that. That was one of the.
That's
a good
awesome.
thing.
How old were you? Like how long did that tradition go on? Did that go all the way through high school?
No, it kind of died out. I think it was mostly middle school.
Still going on.
Yeah,
I'm
my
gonna-
mom
I'm
still
gonna-
sends me a
I'm gonna
cookie
get
cake.
you a
I
cook-
got that last certification.
First day of summer now.
I'm gonna
for
get you
sure.
a cookie cake from now on.
If you got, I would fucking cry.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'll
like
do that.
this. He fucking brought a Kit Kat and left it on my computer. I think I came in and showed you. Like, did you leave
remember.
this here? And I was like, that was like a highlight of my week.
It was good.
I was like, this is fucking sick. And I think you had a similar thing when you opened the garage door and we were like waving.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
Dude, oh my
It's
god.
a little
That
thing.
was-
I
It's
haven't
like-
told anybody that story, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking was driving home from work and I just opened the garage door like I do every day and I pull in and these two motherfuckers are just standing at the front of the garage
Just
waving
waving.
at me. It just smiles on your faces. It was like I gotta imagine that's close to what the feeling dads get when they come home to like their kids, like so
Mhm.
excited to see
Sitting,
them.
like,
That's what it felt like.
Dogs at the
It was
front
such
waiting
a
door.
for
good
you.
feeling, dude. It
Yeah.
made my fucking day.
Yeah.
So thank you both for that.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell. That was
It
good.
was also super fucking funny.
All right, your answer.
Shit, man. Like the immediate answer that came to my head was field day in elementary
those are
school.
so good.
Yeah, bro.
So good.
Because I hate school. I always hated school growing up. Well, maybe not so much when I was little, but like school was never the highlight for me. But that was like a day that you went to school and like you just fucked around, ate watermelon,
Yes.
ran around all day. Like it was sick. And that was like, I feel like that's the most like carefree child feeling you get,
I agree.
honestly.
Field day is goated.
Which is one thing like you can't, like you don't really experience very much after that.
No.
I
no.
agree.
That
dude.
like
Field day is
carefree,
awesome.
Never
like,
again.
not a concern in the fucking world, bro. That's why people who are adults drink.
Yeah, they get that like emotion back.
You ever think about that? You ever think that people like getting drunk is the closest you can get to being like getting that? Let me start over.
No, I know where you're going with this.
Do you
and
ever
yes.
think that getting drunk is the closest that adults can get to that childish, carefree feeling? Do
I
you
don't
think that's why
so.
people drink?
I think when you're away. Oh, maybe to answer that, maybe. Like I think that may be why. Because
I have moments.
It takes you away from it. Everything.
Yeah.
For some people.
I'd say yes for like a longer period. I still have moments as an adult where like in its moments compared to like childhood where it's like was days and stuff. I have
Yeah,
moments where it comes in. I'm like, I'm good. Like
Yeah.
this is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
like having like little moments like with people or doing something and just like step back for a second. I'm like just like
Yeah,
butterflies
I
in your
agree.
stomach. You're like, this is great. This is perfect.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I've gotten like profusely drunk
Mm-hmm.
and been like like reminiscing on like older moments. I'm like, fuck, this is
Yeah, that
like,
shit
I
can be
can feel it.
depressing,
Like I
bro.
could actually feel it. Yeah, it's depressing, but like I could like feel it.
The carefree, you're saying?
Yes. Like I
Okay.
reminisce on those moments, like kind of what we're doing right
Yeah.
now, like but like drunk, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can remember that,
Yeah.
and I'm like there, kind of, but not. So yes and no. But I don't think that's a healthy thing to do because I definitely like do that, and I'm like, this is temporarily good, and then I'm gonna feel like shit in about 4 hours.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the important thing is you understand that too. You know?
Yeah.
Be aware of it. But I don't know. Alcohol is
It's a hell of a thing.
it's a hell of a thing, bro. It's a very interesting little aspect of human life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough question though. I feel like everyone maybe drinks for a different reason, but like I feel like if you're I've had moments though where I have been drinking and like Luke said, like
He gets in his feels
well, no, I mean like I do
because he does a little,
sometimes.
yeah.
But I mean more so like feeling that feeling when I'm drunk, like bringing back the nostalgia of being like childish and like a little kid, like and not having any worries. Like
You know,
that's, that's happened before when we were like that.
Mhm.
And obviously, like you said, to be aware that that's like not it's a temporary
It's a
state.
fleeting moment.
But I've also had that like being sober at this point.
Yeah.
in my life,
we do that, dude.
here all the
I
time.
walked out of the fucking house the other day and saw you because I was going for a run and you were pulling in and I went, "Toby's a free elf."
Dude, I was losing. I had like a handbag coming home from work and like a button up, and I was like, "He's free!" like, and at least we get that in this house, and which makes me so appreciative
Yeah.
of what we do here and our dumb shit. But like it's two toned. Like, yes, there are moments when we're drunk, and I have a ball, like a little kid, and I feel nostalgic.
Yeah,
and it
it's
brings
fun.
me back.
It's so fun.
And we understand it's temporary, which I think is good about us. It's not always that mindset, but it's
Yeah.
two toned. Like I said, where there's a ton of points in my life since like even college to now where I've been sober and felt the same thing, like butterflies, like a little kid, like whether it's golfing or we're in Asia or we're all like going somewhere, and it's like it's this moment where you're like, I'm carefree, nothing matters. Like this is it. This is like, who cares? And it like it's like the Simpsons map when they're in Alaska, and it's like, oh, and you're like, wait, this is it. Like it's
Yeah.
good. All is good.
I think of a lot of moments when we were in the car just yelling dumb shit out the
Yeah,
windows.
like,
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
a
that.
core.
We do
Those
that
are
a
a bunch
lot.
of core
That's just,
memories
like,
there.
that is carefree.
I don't know if I've shown you, but I've shown him the scene. Remember the grown-up scene I showed you,
yes.
where they're all living there, or they're in like a lake cabin. You know, they're like old friends from like high school and stuff,
Yeah.
and they all get together and stuff. And two of the characters like meet downstairs at the same time at like midnight, just getting like a drink of water, and they're like pranking this guy, and they're just like reminiscing.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I love it because I'm like, I know that it's not gonna happen yet or maybe anytime soon, but I know I'll have like a memory or a moment like that with whether him, you, Cam, Nate, or anyone at some point in the future.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And those are like one of those things that's like just butterflies.
Yeah.
You should. I'll show you that scene eventually. It's a
Yeah,
great
I'd
scene.
love to
It's just
see
one
it.
of those things, and it all works together.
Yeah,
It's really
it's
good.
that fucking like it's that cliche, like, you know, the good old days are right now, right? So
That's why I'm like, that's why when you ask that question, like, what age would I be? I'm like, honestly, right now it's pretty damn good. I go
Yeah,
back to being a
bro.
little kid, but right now it's pretty damn good.
that's a good fucking answer, man. That's a good fucking answer.
Like,
We talked about last episode. We talked about being-
I bet you
being
any other
present
point in
is,
your
like, the
life,
biggest
we
thing.
look back on 24 and be like, that would be an age.
It's
I'd go
fucking
back
true,
to.
yeah. I mean, at 24, I look back at 23 and like, oh, that's an age.
I still
you know what I
think-
mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be like that for the next, hopefully, 60 plus years.
Yeah.
But we'll
One
see.
of my best summers ever was here when we first moved here.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
like
fun.
meeting people, and everyone was going out every weekend. We were just getting after it.
That's your best.
That was
one of your
so
best
fun.
summers so far.
exactly.
That's
exactly.
the thing, bro. We're young.
Young,
Summer's
dumb,
just
and
doesn't
Summer's
look
just
like
getting
it.
cooking too.
I know, bro. We're still early. We
still
gotta,
early
we gotta
July.
make some shit happen though, for sure.
I mean, this summer's here go till September, anyways.
That's
so.
true. We gotta play more golf.
More
That's what I
golf.
say.
I've been playing a lot.
We do
We've
need
been
some.
playing a
We
lot.
do
Yeah,
need
yeah.
some nights out though.
I hit
we do
Pete
need
like
a-
every day.
Oh, we'll get them.
We need some nights.
I'm not
out.
worried. I'm never
I'm
worried
not,
about
I'm
that.
not either.
They
that,
come.
that
What?
can come whenever. Sun
Yeah, they
nights
come.
out, big nights out.
I know. I'm
You'd
getting there.
live
I
for
mean, I know we're
those.
gonna have it, but we haven't.
Just can't force it.
I agree.
That's what I've decided. Just can't force
The
it.
best ones come unforced
Yeah.
with no
Exactly.
expectations.
Yeah.
They're just like they happen.
Just
And
trying
it's
to
like,
go out and have a good time. That's all it is.
yeah.
I don't know. Should we wrap this up, fellas?
Yeah, let's call it.
Not our longest episode, but that's all right. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to hear me out. If you enjoyed this, you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified when we post another one. If you're on Apple Podcasts, subscribe to get more episodes right to your phone. And if you're on Spotify Podcasts, make sure to hit that follow button. We will catch you in episode numero 8. Keep going. Keep going.
No, I'm done.
Come on.
That was it. That's all they
A little
get.
more. Peace.